Hello everybody, thank you for joining us today. We're making this video to showcase a new product by Magnetactical called the Magnetactical X2. This is the Magnetactical X2. It's a nylon encased rare earth magnet that's used for tactical situations and other metallic item retention needs. It's a modular system that comes with a base that encases the magnet right here, and 3 backs or attachment points. This one is for Molle, the back that's currently on it. This back is for thinner belts, and this back is for thicker belts. Let me get a little bit closer up here. This is the front of the Magnetactical X2. And this whole front portion right here is the base, which encases the rare earth magnet. This is the Molle attachment. And this is for thinner belts. It will fit belts about 1/4 of an inch thick. And this is for thicker belts, around 1/3 of an inch. Let's see if we can get that to focus. There we go. About 1/3 of an inch thick. As you can see here, the Magnetactical X2 comes in black, sand, and olive drab. And I wanted to show you this. This particular clip right here does not have a magnet in it. I did that on purpose because I wanted to show you a size comparison to our previous version, the Magnetactical V.1. So this is our previous version. This is the new version. As you can see, this one's taller. It's taller so it'll fit onto Molle. It's beefier. It has a larger magnet that's stronger and more powerful. Yeah. Put that back real quick. I'm going to move these to the side for a second. I'm going to take this one apart real quick. All the screws that you see here, the 4 in the base and the 2 in these belt clips, are all the same screw. They're all identical to each other. This screwdriver that I'm using, I picked up at Lowe's for about 98 cents. It's a #1 Phillips head. I'm sure all of you probably have something similar like this in your garage, which is very common. Remove those. And then when you take this back off, it reveals the rare earth magnet inside. As you can read there, it says do not remove. We ask you to please not remove these magnets. We use adhesive to keep them in there so they're not going to fall out. But don't try and pry them out, and I'll show you why. Let me move this out of the way a little bit. These magnets are very powerful. And if you get them near a large metallic object or another magnet and they're able to slam against them, this is what happens to them. They break apart and then they clump together like this, and this magnet is no longer usable. So we ask that you just leave the magnet in there, don't pry it out. And when you're changing out the backs, take this back off and then put the new one on immediately. Try not to leave it open, because the longer you leave it open, it could slam against something. Let's move these to the side real quick. I wanted to show you this. Which is a laser cut Molle panel. And as you can see, we have a Magnetactical X2 attached to it, and it's on there tight. Next is my tack vest. See if I can get that in the middle there. There we go, right around there. This zipper is in the middle of my chest, and I put the Magnetactical X2 attached to this Molle point and this Molle point. So it's basically in the middle. That way I can reach it with my left hand or my right hand. For those of you who don't know, one of the primary functions of the Magnetactical X2 is for one-handed handgun, tactical, or combat reloads, whichever you have going on. This handgun is not loaded. There's no ammunition in it. It's going to be hard to see here because of the positioning of our light source. But you would, let's say you're in a gunfight, one-handed, because one of your hands is injured, one of your arms is injured, and your gun runs dry like this. So you would drop the magazine with one hand. You'd attach the handgun like such, and you'd be up like this, obviously. Sorry, that light is not very good. Take a magazine out. These are dummy rounds. They're not real. Insert the magazine. Then you would put your sights up against the top of the Magnetactical X2 or a red dot, whichever you have there, and then you just rack it on it. And then now the gun is charged. Ready to go. With the other attachment points, the belt clips, this is a standard Bianchi duty belt. As you can see, we have a sand version on there. This is the thinner belt attachment. And if you can see there, if it'll focus, this is in the 2.25 inch configuration. And I'll show you that in just a second. Let me pull this clip out here and I'll show you real fast. So this is the thicker belt. It fits up to about 1/3 of an inch, like I said earlier. So when you take it out like that, take this belt block out, that configuration will fit, let me see if I get that focus, will fit about 2.5 inch belts. This configuration will fit 2.25 inch belts, which is what most of our, a lot of our normal belts like Bianchi and such. Then you move it into this slot. That'll fit a 2-inch belt. This slot is 1.75 inch belt. And of course, you guessed it, 1.5 inch belt. So from here to here, it's 1.5 inches. Then all you would do is you would find whatever size you needed, put the belt block in that slot, and then reinsert this screw like such. I'm going to put this one back together actually, kind of show you. So I do recommend that when you're putting these screws back in, you put them in diagonal from each other. So you put this one in, and then this one in, or this one in, and then this one in. And it helps it so it doesn't pop up on the other end. I put the screw on, I hold it with my finger like that because the magnet is going to be pulling on these. We did try to get stainless steel screws, but we found the stainless steel screws have carbon in them still, so they still stick to the magnet. You put this one in. And then the last one in. Some people believe that these magnets will harm your electronics. If you have a typical hard drive in your computer, that hard drive has a rare earth magnet in it, very similar to these. But here is my, so this has a magnet in it, as you can see. Here is my personal cell phone. And as you can see, it does not do anything to it. It's front or back. So you're good there. We did a close-up of these. Let me do some of the other colors real quick and get a close-up of those as well. That last was a thicker belt. This is for the thinner belt. Of course, the Molle point on this. The olive drab. We're very excited for these to be coming out. And we think you're going to love them. The price of these is $29.95. Our previous version, like I showed you before, the V1.1, were $24.95. So this newer version is only $5 more, and you get the Molle back, and then these two backs. This one will fit on 5 different sizes of belts, and this one will fit on 5 different sizes of belts. So you get 10 different options there. If you have any questions or comments, our email address is sales@magnetactical.com. That's sales@magnetactical.com. And our website is www.magnetactical.com. I hope you have a wonderful day, and thank you.